Things are not going well at the Daily Wire. They're losing talent, laying off staff, and their CEO, Jeremy Boring, has resigned. With all the rumors swirling around the company, I think it's a good time to take a look at how they got here and just how bad things may be. Let's start with the beginning. The Daily
Jew-hating Obama administration strikes again. They monitor Congress to target Israel. Jew-hating Obama administration strikes again. God, I fucking love American media. Just the most unhinged group of charlatans on the planet. Famous hater of Israel. Notable Jew hater Barack Obama. Only gave $38 billion to Israel on his way out. How dare he? Disgusting. Really messed up.
Daily Wire launched back in 2015 from the humble beginnings of being cooked up in Jeremy Boring's pool house. Boring and Ben Shapiro would start the Daily Wire through their LLC, Bentkey Ventures. The Daily Wire found early success marketing its content on Facebook, where Ben Shapiro in particular gained a large following. The outlet got massive engagement for its articles, often dwarfing news outlets like CNN and HuffPost. However, an investigation by Popular Information detailed how much of this engagement was driven by sock puppet accounts that hid their affiliation with the Daily Wire to help spread their stories. Although it violates Facebook's terms of service to do that, the Daily Wire didn't face any real penalties after they were exposed, aside from being asked to mark accounts with names like American Patriot and America First as being run by their company. The Daily Wire also saw growth in podcasting and on YouTube, in part through their aggressive marketing strategy, which included a large number of paid ads. And over time, they began
Everything is fake all the time, dude. Everything is fake all the fucking time. It's all moneyed interest coming in, flooding the market with propaganda, with the hopes that they can actually target. Like, it's like view botting, right? Why do people view bot? Because Twitch is, much like every other platform, but especially on Twitch, like, it's a very top heavy platform, right? So when you actually use ViewBots to get to the top of the directory, real audience members come along as well. That's it. It's literally that simple. For the Daily Wire, that was the goal. Everything that they've ever done is completely botted into fucking oblivion. And they were able to manufacture some kind of like a real audience out of this. Until, of course, that audience, until October 7, basically, when that audience was like, oh, wait. You guys love Israel.
and to develop a loyal audience. They later launched a subscription service where they provided members with exclusive material. And for the first few years, things were looking very rosy for the company. By 2022, the Daily Wire seemed to be reaching its peak. They celebrated by renaming their subscription service Daily Wire Plus, and it had gained hundreds of thousands of new subscribers throughout that year. According to Jeremy Boring, revenue figures were projected to be reaching $200 million. That money was used to sign high-profile talents such as Jordan Peterson and Candace Owens. In short, things were looking very good for the company. At some point, things began to take a turn. It's difficult to say exactly where this was, since the Daily Wire is very selective with the metrics it makes public, and there are many different parts of this company to consider. But I want to highlight a few of the reasons I think the Daily Wire is in some trouble right now. I believe the first major catalyst was the company's foray into the world of movies and television. Many of the people at the Daily Wire have, at various times, tried to make it in the world of entertainment. Jeremy Boring had produced and written several shorts. Ben Shapiro was an aspiring screenwriter, Michael Knowles was an actor, and Andrew Klavan has writing credits for a few produced movies. Their levels of success varied.
I did call this at the time, yes. Yes, I did. And if you remember, chatters, when they launched their scripted division, I said this was destined for failure. And it's not because I saw the future. I simply looked at the past. The example I used, yep, this chatter is correct. You guys are so good at recall. The example I used was NRA TV. The NRA is one of the most powerful lobbying arms in the United States of America. And yet, the NRA fell apart. Why did the NRA fall apart? Not because they were mismanaging funds, even though that took place as well. But the reason why the NRA fell apart was because of their ambitions of entering the marketplace of content creation. The NRA took a lot of risk to create a steady flow of propaganda that directly came from the NRA, cutting out the middleman. It created the careers of Dan Bongino and numerous other Kalayan Noor, numerous other people. Having said that, however, it caused the collapse of this massive fucking organization. Because content creation is an expensive endeavor, especially when the people doing it are not, organically charismatic and are requiring, or they require a tremendous amount of marketing dollars to be spent. Okay? Same problem that the Daily Wire also landed on. There is a reason why these fucking dipshits don't make it in Hollywood. Here's the clip. Jeremy boring in a statement. They've also made a bunch of movies. Earlier this year, the Daily Wire told Axios 12-month revenue hit $100 million for the first time in January. This is, by the way, when they were talking about how it was exploding, how the Daily Wire's revenues were exploding and how successful they were. 2022, up from roughly $65 million for the full year in 2020. Jesus fucking Christ. That is way too much money, brother. Holy fuck. I don't know how the fuck they are sustainable and actually making money this way. Details, the investment will go into building a line of live action and animated children's entertainment. I mean, this will destroy them. This will destroy them like it destroyed the NRA. Remember that the NRA was not destroyed by, like any organized campaign or even the fucking district attorney, the Southern District Attorney of New York. It literally was originally destroyed by NRA TV because consistently making content is very difficult. Now, of course, the NRA did not know how to consistently make content, so they had a really bulky operation, whereas Daily Wire does know how to make consistent content, at least at a price point that makes them, I guess, make money or generate some revenue. NRA was destroyed by internal embezzling, wasn't it? Yes, internal embezzling, but also the media operation. Internal embezzling certainly played a role in it. The media operation literally fucking was a revenue sink. It literally was just the unlimited amounts of fucking money being pumped into the NRA TV side. And wild how I didn't know you yet. Thank you, Ethan Klein. Yep, that's from April 2nd, 2022. Contrary to what my haters might say, if you actually spend enough time in here, you will probably develop a better understanding of the world than listening to them and arriving at conclusions only because it is against the position that I'm presenting. Because that's what my haters fucking do. They don't have actually an established worldview. They're simply reactionary to everything that I present. And therefore, because I'm right more often than I'm wrong, they find themselves wrong more often than they're right. So cut out the middleman, and instead of watching me through clips that are framed out of context, that are framed in a nefarious way, come directly to the source itself, and perhaps you will understand the world much better than you currently do.